everyone, I just wanted to make another video. I kind of wanted to do something more on the lines of what my Fridays look like. I don't really go to school 24/7. I'm not a full-time student. I only have 10 credit hours. But I do have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I have an online class. So I just wanted to give you guys an inside look on what my Fridays consist of. I do have a work study. So on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I do go to my work study. On Fridays, I have a shift from 12 to 4, so it's only 4 hours, but the pay is minimum wage still, so it's $12 an hour, so it's not too bad. I still make money. I'm just frugal with my money, so I make it last long. And yeah, I just thought you wanted to see a little bit more of my week. So here I am reading the clinical assessment in respiratory care. I am meeting up with my study group at 9 in the morning, and on Fridays we always do this just so that we have a designated time. We have about 4 hours to study in the morning that we're able to meet with each other. We usually study and go over our quizzes that we have taken in class, worksheets, which are most of our homework. In this case, we had already turned in our worksheets and had already gotten the feedback from our teachers, so we were just going over that, and I was just comparing the notes that we had with the book chapters, because we went over a lot of chapters in this class. And our exam is on Tuesday, so this Tuesday coming up after this weekend. So we were just really trying to study together, and I'm usually not used to having a study group, but because we study together on Fridays, and then when we go away from each other, we study on our own time. It's like the best of both worlds. We can keep track of what we're studying and make sure that we're on the right track, and just compare notes and ideas and kind of just bounce off each other like a good study group is supposed to do. I'm personally surprised that it's been working so far, but I am happy about that because all four of us have benefited, and we don't hold each other back or hold back information from each other. We actually help each other, and when someone doesn't do as good as the other, we're really concerned, and we kind of just bounce off more information. It's like, hey, maybe you can say this to the teacher, and you can get some of your points back, because we are able to argue points, but it's better to do it right the first time than to have to argue with her and try to convince her that this is why we thought of an answer, so I like it so far. So just a little fun fact about me, I don't really like reading, so when I read something that seems a little bit difficult and it's not just listed out for me with facts, I use these little yellow sticky notes. That way I can write down everything, and it has the lines on them, so they're not crooked notes or anything like that. It saves me from over highlighting, and if I forget or need to skim, I could just read that, and it has a summary of everything that was important on that page. So here we were just talking to each other and getting feedback from what we remembered for the PowerPoint and the lecture, just bouncing off ideas again. And then after that we would just go back and re-study what we were left off before that we had the conversation, and we would just add it onto our notes. So here I was just telling her what I had remembered, and so she had to add it onto her notes because she asked me a question. Now join me at my work study. It's now 12 o'clock and I have my work study shift from 12 o'clock to 4 in the afternoon. So luckily I'm not going to bore you guys with 4 hours of me doing nothing. I work in a dental hygiene area, and on Fridays they don't have any clinicals going on, so no one's coming in to be seen. So it's pretty laid back. I just had to look up what I was supposed to do for the day, log into the computer, and make phone calls. And that I have already done. So this is what I usually do after, is just go through my notes again because no one's there and it's really boring after a while. And then I just basically wait for the mailman to come, and that way I can put the mail in the boxes. I clean up towards the end, and yeah, that's pretty much my shift. But this is what I usually do after I eat lunch and everything. So I'm just working on my worksheet. I had gotten the answers on the Scantron back, and I am highlighting and am writing down the correct answers right next to the question. That way I don't get sidetracked by the other wrong answers. I can just read in a straight line the question that goes and then the answer that corresponds with that question. That way it stays in my head better and my photographic memory doesn't get confused and I don't remember the wrong answer. I just know the right answer. And then because we study in the work group together, we write down the page numbers and we always write down the sentence that corresponds with the answer that shows in the book why we got the answer. So we never have to debate. We could just say, okay, we got this answer, page 24, this sentence, that's why it's right, you know? And so with that being said, whenever I'm writing this down, I can also read the page number and the sentence that goes with it. So I'm not just reading the answers just by itself. I have the extra source that I can go to and refer back to it. And I also remember us discussing it in my study group. So I kind of just, it's just more repetition for me, and by highlighting it I can focus on the right answer and it'll just be easier for me to see it. I honestly had no idea that was gonna pop like that in my face. I'm trying to hide it, but that actually scared me. But I thought it was gonna be funny, so I hope you guys got a little surprise from that too. Here's just a better view of what I was doing the whole time. This packet is pretty big. That's why I figured I started on it while I was at work. That way I can just look at it when I get home and for the rest of the week until Tuesday. So I'm just highlighting and then I'm writing down what I need to for the answers. If you made it this far into my channel, please give me a like and a comment, and I hope that you enjoyed watching the video.